What's up YouTube? Back at it again with a new video. If you haven't liked it already, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Today I'm going to be showing you how to remove the dashboard of a Cavalier. Just in case if you wanted to put a new stereo in or you had to get inside here for some other problem with it, I will be showing you how to take it off and put it back on. It's a little bit time consuming, but it's not too bad. I'm going to show you how it's done right now. I did it way too many times on Cavaliers, so let's get this done. All right, first things first here is you're gonna need a socket set and either a Phillips screwdriver or I have my impact here to complete this and remove the dash because we have a bunch of bolts all over the place, and up top there's a screw right there to remove. So we're gonna just start this right now. Start by removing this little piece here. It's for all your fuses. Then you could completely pop this whole side section off, and you wanna do the same thing to the other side. After you have done all that, next step is to start removing the bolts. There should be one here in here, but that one's not in. And on the other side, there should be right here another one, and probably over here, but I most likely snapped it off when I was taking it off last time. Usually on the Cavaliers, if you have an older Cavalier, it becomes really easy to snap the plastic, so you have to be careful taking it on and off. I found that a size 7 here actually is a good size for taking it off. So I'm gonna grab my small ratchet and start taking these bolts off. All right, make sure you store all your bolts somewhere. You're not gonna lose them. I usually put it just in the center there. Now on the other side, now you're gonna wanna come up top and remove this screw here. Oh, it looks like it's just gonna come out by itself. There it is. Before you start taking off this whole top piece here, you're gonna wanna get the longest extension you can for your socket and open this up, and inside right there are the bolts that you have to remove before this whole piece comes up. Try not to lose that inside of here because you will never get it back. Uh-oh, I got it. Right underneath here, you got a couple bolts you got to remove first before all this lifts up. That one doesn't want to come out for me. And there's another one right underneath the vent. There it is. Now all this should lift up. Now what I like to do is start by removing on the driver's side so you can lift it all up. And I accidentally just found another bolt right by the vent on the top here. It's just in the way, so I'm just gonna loosen it up so I can just pop it off right there. There we go. Now what you want to do is lift up and out because you could damage the airbag, and I'm just going to put this on the side. Out of the way for now. Since the top of the dash is completely out of the way, you could fully see where all the other bolts are scattered around this whole dash here. So you're going to have to remove this, and it's actually pretty simple. You just have to disconnect this to get it completely off. From what I can remember, there's only a few holding these on. So there's one in the corner here, somewhere right there, and over here on by the vent. Now I'm gonna start removing these. First, the closest one to the camera. Now the one over here by the cigarette lighter, and the last one over here by the vent. This should actually start moving on you. Be very careful because this is extremely easy to crack. What you're gonna wanna do is start wiggling it, get it loose. The trick is once you get it completely off and all the clips unpopped and ready to get off, you wanna come up and out with it so you can get your hands in there and disconnect the wires. It should just pop out, you squeeze it. So that's out right there. Now I'll try to pop out the other side. Sometimes it's easier to use a flathead screwdriver to pry it off. I'm just trying to be careful not to break it. There it is. Now it's off. Pull this out, put it on the side of like the top of the dash. Now you have full access to the stereo. This is just rigged in a little bit because I have a wiring issue, and if I put the face in, it turns on. So I don't want that happening. I literally tried everything to get it wired correctly and it doesn't work. So there's something wrong with my car and I don't feel like fixing it because I won't have this car for much longer. So I dealt with it for like a good year Right there, I have it all cracked up so I can slide the whole stereo out without taking off the whole dash because I got sick of doing that. As you can see here, a whole mess of beautiful wires. After you do whatever you have to do with the stereo, really simple. But for me, it's more complicated because I have a wiring issue. You get the luxury of putting all this back together and hoping you don't crack anything. So let's start. So this is exactly what we did to take it off, is what we're gonna do to put it back on in the same order. You're gonna want to get the front of this and hook up the connections for the dimmer and the smoke. Don't do what I just did and snap a clip. Just line up where all the clips go and they should pop right in. Just like that. Get it started. All right, once that's in, start the last one. And I'm gonna start with the top section. Lining it up, make sure you do not hit the airbag because it can go off. Probably be smart to unhook the battery, but you wanna slide it in through the back first. And then it should fall into place. And now you could start inside of there and hook up the bolts that are hard to get to. You kind of want these tight because the whole back can bounce if they're not in all the way. Now those are in. I'm gonna start putting in the top section here, all these little ones underneath here. Since I'm here, I'm actually just gonna put that one in so it holds it down and I don't have to worry about this because I broke it off. All right, now that I have the whole section in, you can close that up. All this is all solid now, and I have to go to the other side to finish up that last one. All right, that one's in. That holds down the whole dash. Now, for the last steps, all you have to do is really put in the vent up top there, and the two side panels. I'll do that real quick. That side is done. Make sure those slide in, and it should just pop right on. All right, so that's in. And last but not least, put your vent in, put your screw in, but my screw is stripped out, so I'm not gonna touch it. And you are finished. So if this video helped you at all, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers this year. I know a couple people wanted to see the dashboard get taken off. If you wanted to install a stereo, if this helped you taking it off and finding those bolts underneath there, which was a pain my first time doing it. Hopefully this helped. If you guys liked it, again, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I will definitely make more how-to videos in the future. Maybe not with Cavaliers anymore because I could be getting rid of this within the next 2 months. Getting something cooler to play around with. It'll be a lot more content with the new car. If you guys want to go check out some other videos from mine, see the videos here. We're building a Turbo Cavalier with my buddy Mitch. It's going to be a real cool car when we're all finished with it. This is our second time building it. So I will see you in the next one. Peace.